It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. We all love Boomhauer. Blah, 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 Frampa Joe.
It's just dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about blue, red, man, then you get to one side, and then you like messed up the other side.
What's up? I'm Liam. This is the Off-Air Pod. Ben.
Hello there.
Belle.
Hello.
Producer Andy.
Present.
Producer Tina.
Hello.
Jack.
Hi. Am I not a producer?
I've just never called you.
Jack.
I've never called you.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you
if-
have.
Nah, usually it's Jack.
No, I say skirt.
Jack.
All right.
We can check the
Do you want to
tape,
be
but I'm
producer,
like-
Jack?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
just
you're a
felt
digital
left
content
out.
producer, so I'm happy to just call you producer.
That's not
Jack
actually
now.
my title. If you,
Is it not?
DCP Jack. No,
What is it?
He's missing. Yeah,
Senior.
missing one word.
DCP.
Should I?
Senior too, Jack.
Should I? How would you feel?
Nothing.
So should I start using people's
Please don't do
proper
that.
Should I start saying executive producer Andy?
Yes, please.
I don't want that.
Because then Tina, that even though sort of I would say,
Producer Tina.
No.
yeah, but
what
then
is your
I would
job
have to
title,
call you
Tina?
senior producer, even though it's sort of like a
No,
different
he's
role.
senior digital
producer.
content producer.
Yeah, but I can't use the entire title.
Tina's official job title.
Assistant. Oh my god, it's assistant producer and project manager.
That sounds awesome.
That is actually a long title.
It is.
Does that mean you then say, host Ben?
Yeah, see, it's like
I'm just saying there's inconsistencies.
Yeah,
what
no,
we do
fair
with
enough.
that is maybe a group
fair
decision.
enough. And look, it's a smaller room at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's because this is the off-air podcast before our first ever late drive show. Scud is still on the team. He's just sort of he's helping Jason Lawrence start their breakfast show in Melbourne. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much. I mean, yeah, we sort of don't really know everything else at the moment, but Mace Dog still sort of will help us with some things, but she'll be in.
So we need to change the intro because she's dead.
I still love Mace Dog, but
Yeah.
I love her, but we've lost her.
we haven't really lost it, Bill.
Is
She's
she
just
here
not going
now?
to be here when we record.
Well, no one's here. It's a public holiday in Melbourne.
That's so true.
True.
She
It's
probably
a
will see
weird. It's a
here.
weird day to start.
She
Really.
doesn't do anything. She's not with us anymore.
Normally time-wise, we record these at around 9:15. We're now recording it at, what is it? It's 10 past 5 p.m.
Wild.
So
Yeah.
totally different end of the day when we record this. And the other difference is we're recording it pre-show.
Yeah.
So normally we digest what's happened on the show. But now it's going to be kind of, I guess we've been here for a few hours though. But for me, order of business-wise would be arrival time. We got here at 2 today.
Yep.
I'm thinking probably a little bit early.
Felt a bit early.
Felt a bit early.
Felt a bit early.
We had a bit of fiddly, what's the thing where your hands?
Well, at 2
We
at 2
twiddle our
p.m.
thumbs a
yeah,
bit.
it's really thumbs. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
At 2 p.m. is when Chrissy starts.
Yeah.
So she's on for 2 hours. Then Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are on for 2 hours. And then we're on.
Yeah, at one point we had finished planning, and Andy said, the other show hasn't even started yet. So Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel hadn't even started yet, and we'd essentially finished planning our show.
I think it's a sliding scale. So some
Yeah.
days, ideally, we're recording bigger things and like coming in a bit earlier, and other days you just get. I reckon you'd get away with a 3.
I was thinking my suggestion was going to be as a starting time, and we can adjust it
Yeah, we
depending
can
on
adjust.
what's on that day. I feel like 2:30 seems pretty fair. Half an hour less.
Yeah.
Gonna get to 5.
No, but the,
5:59, I reckon.
the biggest problem I have and genuine concern is if you have too much time before a show,
Yep.
you
Yeah.
overthink it and you
100%.
overneat the dough, and
I've
you
like-
overthought
like freaking-
the whole show.
like
You
Belle.
I know
should
you
see
have.
Ben and I before I was like picking the whole rundown apart. I was like, nah.
You're freaking everyone out unnecessarily.
Bell's been just fluffing with everything.
Two things I would say is, one, I think 2 o'clock, probably on the early side. Good to do it for the first one because we've never done it before and we didn't know how it was going to feel. Second thing is, I don't think Liam's done much thumb twiddling.
No, he
No,
hasn't.
he's done a great job.
Yeah. Get ready for some skits, guys.
I love
sounded
that.
so
I love
insincere.
that. I feel like the flame has been
But
lit again. I didn't want to tread on your toes.
I think
though.
Liam being pretty productive, it's still.
I've still got a couple of hours. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
it's
skit
still-
was done 2 hours before
So
the show. Yeah.
my maths is this afternoon's been pretty good. We've still got 40 minutes before the show starts. I think if we started half an hour later, it'd almost be perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And there's still chat around eating time. I mean, Belle and
Belle stuffed
Tina,
it.
I believe,
Yeah,
ate some
we
food
had
here.
We did.
I ate
You-
food.
you-
I had
oh,
a
you had some-
Caesar salad.
Oh, I just saw you having some.
No, the shapes
That was a post salad.
They were the croutons
And
after.
that was a platter I shared with the team.
Yeah, this is true.
I got here a little bit before everyone and ate then.
Yeah, so I feel
Does
a bit.
lunchtime
I feel like
hungry now,
I've
though?
gone too long without a meal now.
Well, yeah,
I had a shake at like 10 a.m. and then I had a substantial meal at like midday, but now I'm like really hungry.
What'd you have?
Yeah, that's so
That's-
wrong.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
like just
bad.
chicken.
I
Oh yeah,
also-
no, I just. It was just
I
a
had
bit-
bacon and eggs at 10.
Yep.
And then I had
Look at that.
2 tins of tuna and an orange
So
at
we're similar.
like 12:30.
Yeah, so we're similar. Yeah.
Yeah, now you're like weirdly fasting until the end of the show, and then you're going to eat right before bed.
Yeah,
That's so
I'm
bad.
saying
for
I
you.
haven't
Like a
worked.
lion. That's what lions
Yeah,
do.
but also you
Oh,
don't
here
have to
we
go
go.
to
They
bed.
eat once they've hunted. And for me, the show is my prey.
They can go to bed at whatever time they want. They don't have to be here until 2:30. So they get home, eat at 9, and then not go to bed until 1.
No, because I know Ben will be going to bed.
I'm
and
just
I know he'll
saying
be getting up early.
that it's not written in the stars
I did.
that they're going to eat.
I got up and I had coffee, and then I had gym at 9.
Had
Then
gym
I
at
went
9.
out for breakfast at 10-ish. Then
The good life.
I have had dinner. Then I went for a swim. Then I had dinner at, when did I eat the burger?
Like 4:30.
4:30. So I burnt cows and eaten, and
Yeah.
now I'm going to burn the rest of it off and then go to bed.
Did you see the little
it's the
tubs
best way
that
to
she
do it.
bought the cuts of beetroot and pickles in? She bought like little sauce tubs that you get your aioli in, full of
Yeah, I
pickles.
take them home and then I reuse them, little tiny containers, and I can put little.
I
pickles
bought
in
this
them.
is a big update in my life. Well, Sam did. I say I did. Sam bought some mason jars from
Oh.
Amazon to make overnight oats.
Oh,
yeah.
It's so hard to get
Yes.
overnight oat storage properly because it's too thin and low.
Ben, Biscoff overnight oats.
Whoa.
Change
I haven't
your
done
life.
those yet.
I was going to do,
Holy
and I know
hell.
this might divide the room because I know I would like this, but I was going to do carrot cake overnight oats.
Love that.
So
No,
you
no,
put
no,
absolutely
carrots,
not.
sultanas,
Yes.
I almost
walnuts.
swore
Nah.
like a docker.
Yes,
good.
some cinnamon or cumin.
Yep.
Cumin? Don't know. Never know how to say
Cinnamon's
that
always
word.
good.
Who?
Yeah.
And then chuck a couple of berries on top.
I like that the room really got around my overnight oats.
A lot of
Yeah.
support. A great reaction for sure.
Someone with their phone on just before.
I heard that.
Who was that?
What do you mean?
My phone's not.
I think we all got. I mean, there's
Yeah, it
like
wasn't
there's a
me.
We
group
all
text.
got a text. There's
My
a group
phone's
text.
outside.
Someone's phone was on loud.
Oh,
me.
someone's on loud.
Liam?
Could have been.
Do we call someone's phone? to use?
No.
Have you turned it off now?
I think he admitted it.
Yeah, I think. Well, the thing is, I had to have it on loud because I was the one filming all the stories on my phone for Hey Brisbane, tune in. Hey Perth,
Why do you
tune
have
in.
your phone on loud?
Because I was filming it on Instagram, and anyone would
You
know
do
if
Do
you're
you
doing
have the
Instagram
volume
story.
up for media
just put your
separately to your ringer?
No, actually, if I have my thing flicked to the side, it doesn't record the audio in.
Real Ben
That's
energy.
so weird.
Trying
That's
to
real
deflect the
life
strike.
energy.
Real Ben
Yeah.
energy. Sir.
Don't narby that.
Well,
Ben Energy is successfully deflecting the strike.
we can talk about strikes until the cows come home, but I think the overlying strike really comes from what happened on Friday with that god awful team day we had. Jesus Christ! I have not had a shitter time in years. I had an awful time. I really did.
So miserable.
I was so miserable. I was so grumpy. Even after, I was like, why was I so... And I was hating every fibre of my being hated being with you guys on Friday.
I think you were in a particular mood.
I was in a bit of a mood.
I think
I was in a
the
bit of a
actual
mood.
the thing itself was hilarious, but I think you were in a particular mood.
I was in a real mood.
That
I was
would
in
have
a...
been really fun. And you,
Can someone explain where we were?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I don't think Liam should be explaining.
Tina, I would like Tina to explain it.
Yeah,
I remember
Tina can
how she
explain.
Yeah, Tina, you
Okay.
explain
Do
it.
you like Jason Lauren? Remember that? You like explain the new show. I don't think we should let Tina do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'll explain it for what it was.
Yeah.
We went to somewhere in the Emporium, down some escalators.
I want to
God,
think.
I already-
I don't think Tina should explain it.
The Emporium doesn't
we were going.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
We were going for
whoops.
a team day, and I didn't know where to book, and so Ben said, because Belle had been somewhere last week that had a Nintendo, so
Yeah.
Ben said book somewhere in the Nintendo, and so I googled, and this place
Andy,
came
what did
up.
I say?
What did
When
you
it was
say?
asked upon me, I said, let's go, it's 36 degrees or something, let's go to a beer garden or rooftop and have some drinks. And you said, that's a great idea. And then I was
picked
like,
his
oh,
favourite.
I wonder,
My favourite.
I
I
wonder.
don't think so. I picked it because of Ben.
No, it's
Yeah, I know.
straight out of
That's
bed and
what
like,
she's
like. Yeah.
Where we were.
and so I on Thursday night I was like, that can't be right, because I looked up what Andy
Sent calendar
so, yeah,
invites
because I was
everybody.
like, right. So I looked it up and I was like, nah, that's not it, because it looks like
It's called Fortress. We should say
yeah,
it's called Fortress.
it's a fortress, and it
which
looks
says
like
enough.
It looks like it was sort of the first
be
few
a castle.
photos. Look it up yourself and you'll see. Just look up Fortress Melbourne.
Look like a tavern from The Witcher 3. That's what, that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
But
games.
that was one of the rooms. So then there's like another room which really confused me, which is like it looked like people plugging themselves into the Matrix because it was like 50 computers and people just all
So
playing at the same
They
time.
do e-tournaments
Are we
there.
at
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
dining hall?
And what did you say to Andy? Did
But
you
I was
raise
just-
any concerns?
No, because by that point I checked at 11:30 p.m. because I went out for a
That's
late
on
dinner on
you.
the Thursday,
That's on you.
and I was like, okay. And then I was like, nah, it'll probably be funny. And then when I was there with my sunnies on and like my shorts and unbuttoned shirt and like
Ready for a beer
like
party?
Burks, and I was like walking just further and further down. I went down like 8 escalators, dude. I didn't even know you could go that low under the dirt.
To
You know
put
what I
it
mean?
bluntly,
It was a gaming bar.
To put it bluntly, we're having a team day. Well, let's have a team day.
Still haven't really
It was
explained it.
beautiful. It was beautiful weather outside.
Oh, it was like
We went
37.
into a dungeon and played video games.
Very well
where there was no daylight. There was no daylight at all. It was really dimly lit. It was
They
like
had
a
medieval chandeliers.
it was a
I'm like,
medieval themed gaming
Goblins and
pub.
shit.
There's goblins, dude. And there was like bookshelves
it was
with
well decked out.
chains.
It took me probably just under an hour to get a beer. And
Yeah.
I had 2 drinks for the whole day, and I was
Because-
kind of keen to tie one on
because
because
we
we
got
didn't have
Just
work.
to order.
Because we got the VIP voucher, right? So that entitled us to how much was it, Andy?
I believe we had about
$168.
$160.
And
$160 of VIP
Honestly,
credits.
what happened is
And so we all wanted a beer and food, but half of us were playing games, the other half were trying to order their food, and then because we were playing games, we weren't ordering the food. So after an hour, the first beer finally came.
And I played 2 games of Mario Kart, and I was terrible, but I didn't even know the controls the first time. And I was just like, nah, I'm done with it. And everyone was like so seriously playing.
locked in.
We're like, hey, Ben, would you like to order? No, I can't talk right now.
I think me, Andy, Jack, and Scudder.
Yeah.
Hang on, I
Oh.
think Bell. See,
No,
this
no,
is,
I'm not.
Okay,
I
okay.
think us 4 genuinely enjoyed the games.
I'd go back.
I think Bell was there enjoying the vibe of the whole thing,
Yeah.
but you also saw the humor in it.
I love the humor of it.
Yeah.
I do love Mario Kart. So
Yeah,
did
no,
get
I think-
into
yeah, I
it.
think Bell-
But I'm
I think-
so, you know what? We're here.
Yeah.
Andy's gone to the effort of booking it.
Yeah.
And it.
But Bell, you also
It was
you
so-
Bell, you had one foot in the door, one foot out because you had
Yeah.
Joe Bro. So you, for me, you
And I
were
had to
never
go pick up Jeffrey from
yeah.
his surgery.
you were never
Jeffrey's a
fully
cat.
committed. Tina, I think you didn't like it.
It's
enjoyed
okay
it?
to say you didn't like
I
it, Tina.
love Mario Kart, but it was a bit dark.
Yeah, it was a bit dark. I think you were looking for a summery vibe.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be my cup of tea.
Yeah, absolutely. And Liam hated it.
I hated it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and then it almost became a thing that I hated it. And then I was like, I kind of wasn't even really leaning into the fact that I had it. I also, what was actually nice is I feel like at a certain point, even Ben was like, had his field games. He was like, maybe we should just go somewhere. I think he even felt sort of bad for me looking all shitty in the corner. And,
Because for me, I was like, oh yeah, let's go somewhere there's Mario Kart because I felt like playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to talk to anybody. That's like that's
yeah,
that's
and,
my
and I think
prerogative.
I knew that
Yeah.
that's why you wanted to
But
be
in
there
my
too.
head, and I'm not angry. In my head, I thought it would be like somewhere at like a cool pub and you're about to see daylight because we were in a dungeon and it was dark
And
and the
I
schnitzel
think-
that I got had like orange gravy and it was so weird. It was so weird. I loved
There was
the
mead.
game.
Yeah, there was literally mead. You could order mead, and all the only lights in there were like fake candles.
There was a digital
Honestly,
fireplace.
they had
funniest
the
part-
lantern.
The lantern.
The funniest part was the freaking dining hall table that we all sat at with like medieval chairs.
How was the guy?
Minecraft
How
fire.
was the guy? Right, so we ordered food. And he brought the drinks over. Maybe it was a lady. Someone
the girl.
someone
It was
came
a lady,
over.
yeah.
Girl.
Was it the lady though that we asked to
misgender,
move? I think it was
yeah.
a guy.
The
It was a
guy.
guy coming with the food. And someone said, because there was a tiny circle table, we said, oh, can we move to one of the 100 free tables?
tables?
We said, can we move to a table? And he went, and he looked around. He looked
poking his head around
like
every
he didn't know where to
corner,
fit
like,
us. He didn't know where to put us.
And
Yeah, so look, I didn't pick that place in the sense of here's a cool place I want to take everyone to. Ben brought a Nintendo. I googled it and
fit
found
the
that place.
criteria, yeah.
Ticked the box.
You kept like apologising to me.
No, I'm not apologizing. I thought your behaviour was appalling on Friday.
He was horrific.
Like,
I think I was in a
my-
shitty mood, and then it just put me further in a shitty mood. I also think I wouldn't have hated it as much if it wasn't such a nice day. It felt like such a waste when we pretty much had the work card and it was like, go hog wild, guys. And I'm like, Why?
You could have gone hog wild in the dark though. Like you could have
Yeah,
gone hog wild.
the dungeon sounds
I
so
was
much
like,
It would have been a hell of a night.
Not my idea of a good
The
time.
worst thing though, I texted Andy like 2 hours later.
Not even.
Not even. I picked up Jeff, went home, and I was like, cool. And I texted him and said, hey, where are you guys now? And he replied, everyone's left.
Yeah, because I think
That's
once
really sad.
once we did see sunlight and we had to talk to people, I think we lost Ben.
Yeah, no.
Did Ben leave?
You know,
I left
We like-
once we went to the rooftop bar.
He stayed.
Yeah.
To be fair, I
he
left
wanted
at the
to stay
same
in
time as
dungeon.
Ben.
Jack, I feel like we walked out of there and Jack seen a BTS. Jack loves the band
Oh, yeah.
BTS. He's seen like there's a BTS pop-up store in Melbourne. That was as soon as he seen that, we lost Jack mentally.
Yeah,
He checked
I
out.
was down to
But
party
yeah,
on,
but like
yeah.
I feel like a place is as fun as you
Yeah.
make it when you're with people.
I wasn't
and
in the mood.
Belle
Belle.
like walked in and your instant thought was like, where the F are we?
Yeah.
But you were like, well, you know what, we're here, and if you didn't have to go pick up Jeffrey
I was
or
ready
Joe
to
Bros,
get on
you
one,
would have had a
totally.
crack.
No,
Yeah.
even if I had Joe Bros, I was like, I was preparing to go there lit, and then I was like, well, I got to drive to Whoop Whoop and get Jeff. So.
For me, the event horizon, like the point of no return,
The linchpin moment.
the linchpin moment was when the beers didn't come for an hour. Like if the beers came sooner,
I was so
You're
angry.
kind of to
everyone,
blame, though.
everyone
Yeah,
got a little bit.
You're
Everyone
kind
got,
of to blame.
everyone got. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that was the
The
moment.
beers didn't take
when-
an hour.
Why
we
was I
took
to
ages to
blame?
order.
No, because I was trying to stop down and get people to order, and you were refusing to pause.
No, I wasn't. I was one of the first ones to put my beer in.
No, so the time between we finished our order and when we got the beers did not take an hour. It took an hour between us deciding we wanted beers.
Yeah.
and
But the
putting
fact-
it into
the
the
fact-
phone.
so much fun.
The fact that everyone was sitting in the dark with no beers, for me, like if we got a little bit drunk sooner, it might have escalated.
And then even then when Super Smash Bros started coming on, I was like, at least Mario Kart was kind of fun for me to watch
Mario
other
Kart
people
was
playing that.
exciting.
I was like, Super Smash Bros. I'm like, what the hell is even happening here?
Literally after 5 minutes of Mario Kart, it was like, hey Liam, have another game. You're like, nope.
yeah,
I
For
checked out.
no reason you were
I-
like,
I've seen you like
you-
that.
you
No,
were like-
honestly, I think that is the angriest I've been around all of you, for sure.
Yeah, you were almost like- you were like
at
hormonal.
what?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
just
he was just
life. I
grumpy.
was just
He was
like,
Isn't it
grumpy.
welcome? That's what it's like for a woman every freaking
nah,
second week.
I was just like, nah.
You don't know why you're so angry at everyone, but you are.
Well, I think I was just, I was coming off a big, I had a very late night Wednesday and then rolled into the next day and then it was just be like, ugh. I was just keen to get into the weekend, I think. And
I
just
was
like,
disappointed
feeling
because
it.
we don't get to do that very often,
No,
and
we
it
don't.
was a
We need to have a
letdown.
good day. Good
Well,
day.
it's not on me next time. I'm definitely washing my hands of that duty.
Did I
it was
see you
very,
taking-
it was very obvious that I was so shitty as well.
Oh,
I was-
yeah.
You
Oh,
sat
yeah.
on your
Hiding it.
phone.
You
You
were
sat
not
on your
hiding
phone
it.
the whole time. You did a Ben.
Yeah, I couldn't snap out of it, man. I literally was just,
A rumpy.
I literally went home and I was like,
I've never seen like in all the time I've known you. You've
I
never been that
genuinely
guy.
felt depressed. I was so low. I was so. Yeah,
if
no, I'm
you're
all good.
If you're like attributing like blame out of
No.
0 to
No,
100%,
no.
How much percent is like Fortress?
Not
like
that much.
yeah, that's
It was
the
like
vibe I'm getting.
No,
like,
yeah. I was
yeah.
not having a great day before, and
Yeah.
that was probably the straw that broke the camel's back.
Could you break
It wasn't.
down the percentages?
It wasn't a
Play
real.
music again, sir.
It wasn't a mood changer.
that was
I was
giving
having
me
a
the-
rough day, and then I was just like, oh Christ.
Should we be saying all this if we've named the place? Like, is this?
Oh
mean?
look, I
Well,
put
it
it
is
this
what
way.
it is.
Put
If
it
you-
this way. It is state of the art.
Yes, it
and
is.
if you were into that sort of
You
thing,
see that pixelated fireplace?
no. If you were into that sort of thing, or even if we were like, hey guys, we're out having a games night, if we were doing what was where we did the Dungeons and Dragons. If we did Dungeons and Dragons again, I would get a corner in there, and that would be the perfect
Yeah.
place for it. I just think in my head, I was like, sweet, big team day, like we're going out, we're just having a few drinks, and then I just was watching everyone play Mario Kart in a dungeon.
Did
and
you
I was
take
like,
a video of it?
yeah, I did, yeah.
Could we post
Yeah,
that
yeah, absolutely.
in the
We
Alpha
could.
Squad?
No, because you can see in it how hooked everyone is, and no one's talking to each other.
I haven't seen the video. I
It's
haven't
literally
seen
like
it.
my idea of hell,
What
dude.
kind of-
Even
Liam,
even in
do
this
video.
photo,
Can I
like
watch it?
it's
Is it-
so dark that the light is just sort of reflecting on the faces there of you guys.
Is there a video?
There's a big troll there coming out of the
We are
wall,
watching a
and
video.
everyone was
That's
like,
a great video.
God, I'm
yeah,
so locked
that's
in.
a great depiction of.
Darling.
Yeah, that's great.
There was also what I liked. One cool thing about it was that you mentioned it, Ben, but
Thank you.
on the bookshelf there, the chains over the top of it, which is very like the restricted section in
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Liam felt
Fake window.
Liam felt like
Just a mountain.
Yeah, and the
Oh,
castle.
there was a- yeah.
There was a village.
Yeah.
Um,
And when I kept complaining that we're in such a dark spot, Ben was like, "Well, look at that view." I'm like, "You can't. I know that's just a painted ice mountain."
I feel like Ben was pressing your buttons a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
He was, and then he felt bad. Even he was like, "Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
just guys."
I
doing
was
us."
I was 100% torn because the harumph in me wanted to come out because I also was a bit over it, but I also genuinely like video games and I like that world, so I was invested for that
If you
reason.
were-
And you did a great job in booking it.
Yeah,
and
great
finding
job.
it.
if you were
It
in,
was a
If
shocking
Liam
display
wasn't
from-
there, it would have been more
It
fun.
would have been
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
100%.
I was thinking like, I didn't want to be like, it was this weird thing of like, I want to leave, but I wanted to leave after like 10 minutes. But then I was like, oh, it's like rude if I leave now. And then I was
Are
like, sort of just zapping the end.
Are we doing? Is there a tribal council in this somewhere? Who's to blame?
no,
Nah,
I think we all know
I
it's
think
we
Liam.
all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a more positive note,
we should have tribal councils for where we have events, or like at least have.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to have another
Well, we would
event,
have had
are
it at
we?
Fortress because you're seeing the only one that was harumphing about it.
Jack said,
Should've
Jack
gone
said
through.
well, I wouldn't be happy if I was at a Liverpool bar. And I thought to myself, Jack, we're not at a effing Liverpool bar now.
No, but that's what I was saying. I was like,
yeah, I
I
got
was
it.
like, yeah, but we're not. Like we're
Yeah,
in a
but
dungeon.
No, but it's like that's
Everyone
his
else-
Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What medieval
It seemed
aesthetic?
it seemed like a pretty obvious analogy to me. I feel like
I got
Lee
it,
not
Jack,
getting
I
that
got it,
analogy
yeah.
shows how pissed he was. On that day.
I think Fortress, if anyone listening from Fortress is listening, I thought it was a fun experience.
I thought it was fun too.
Mainly Liam didn't enjoy it.
Yes.
If you want to send them your hate mail.
What could they do better?
Nothing.
No.
It's his mood.
As I said,
That's
it's
it.
for that vibe. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great.
On a more positive note, though, so now we're doing the National Late Drive Show. You can register to be a part of our callers list. So to get involved with the show, because it's national, you have to give everyone a fair chance. People live in different states, different time zones. And so we said register on novafm.com.au. Tina, how do they find that? Is
They
there
have to
a
go
late
to the-
drive tab?
Go to the win page,
You
like,
go to the win
or
page?
you select what state you're in,
Uh-huh.
or just click. the
There's a
link.
link in bio in our Instagram.
There's a
bio.
link
It's
in
on our
there.
link
Whoa.
tree.
Easy.
Tell me
Easy
if it
done.
doesn't work.
Yep.
'Cause I think that I'm worried that that's just the Melbourne one. But
Okay.
I have
So
put it in our link in our
If
bio.
you want to get involved in the show, there's two ways to do it: website or in the link tree.
Yeah, there's a link in our Instagram bio.
So that's awesome. If you want to do that, be involved with the show while it's going live to air. We might give you a buzz. And how many people registered for that?
There was close to 150.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Holy
I'm
crap.
stoked about that.
Very pumped
So
for
good.
that. That's like all you need. You like if 150 people wanted to be involved in the show, that you could probably get through a year of phoners
Yeah.
with that, I reckon.
Also,
Yeah.
we had a bunch of new alphas join the Alpha Squad. So shout out to all the Alpha Squatters.
We mentioned that on the show on Friday.
Yeah.
And
there I go again.
First day radio.
Oh, stop.
And we had about 100 new Alpha Squatters
Yeah,
on, and we cracked a
And
milestone
people were
as well.
very nice and welcoming.
What was the
Yes.
milestone?
It was lovely.
Well, we 2,500 members, I think.
That's so good. And everyone was super active over the weekend. Like it was all it was very active.
I can't
So,
remember.
We'll put that video in for everyone
Yes,
to see.
I'll do that
Fortress
right now. I'll do that right now so you can really
And say
visually.
this is for the off-air pod, yeah. Also, off-air pod, great warm-up now for the show.
Do you know what?
That's
As
the
much
point,
as do you know,
yeah.
actually be pretty funny. I feel like it's not as funny if I'm suggesting it, but if
we do like a podcast
yeah,
day.
yeah. If it was like an off-air, like, and I don't come, or like I'm just hating it,
No, you have to host it.
that would,
I would
that would be
love-
funny.
I would
'cause-
love to do a. I think it's a shame because it's just Melbourne again, but I would love to do a team/podcast day at Fortress again.
Well, honestly,
No,
one
you
of
can
one of
pick
Double
the.
Ben's,
down.
You pick Ben's day or Liam's day. Liam is a beer garden, or you can go
I
Ben
feel
with
like
Fortress.
most of the people in the Alpha Squad, it would lean more to.
Dude,
Fortress lovers, I
Fortress
reckon.
would be packed that day, I
Does
reckon.
Bell
Yeah.
get a day?
What
What would your day be?
And hang out at the Cat Protection Society.
Yeah, you can go see the
I'm
cats.
allergic to cats.
Oh, also, have I shown you what Jeffrey looks like now? Oh my God.
You showed me.
Did
It's
he
very
lose
funny.
his other eye?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it being any worse.
Oh, I love him, and I even think it's.
Oh, hang on, did he get shaved? Because I know he had
Yeah.
some knots. Oh God, Bill.
Jesus.
Genuine
You're
disgrace.
He's actually so lucky he found you because that cat.
Yeah.
He looks beautiful.
Dude, that is
He's so
ugly,
soft.
man.
Chuck it in the Alpha
But
Squad.
the thing is, so he got
Oh,
given. He
God.
got given.
It looks like a cat
You
you find in a
should do
bin.
that on.
ketamine. He got a day on ket.
You should post that in no context. Just the photo of him with no context.
That's
Yeah.
so rude. That means you're
That's a
laughing
great
at him.
no context. That's a great
So
no
you sent me that
context.
photo. I'll put it up now.
I did send it to you.
No, you sent me one from above.
Oh, okay.
Send me
I was
that
like,
one.
this
That one's better.
Yeah, this is. I was gonna just do an Insta story of like before and after.
You all right?
Like,
No, no, above and it's just
It's just a reference to Herbert the Dancing Horse.
Herbert the Dancing Horse in kids' book we wrote. It said Herbert hit it. His dancing shoes
box.
above the oven.
Yeah.
Above and.
Above and I often,
It doesn't-
probably
it's a
twice.
made-up word, but it's
I probably twice a week to my wife and will say above and.
it's a fun little.
Anyway.
I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Okay.
Good stuff, guys.
Yeah.
All right, we'll post that in.
God bless.
God bless. God bless.